So, the thing everyone's clicked on this video for, what is the current PED cycle? Good morning, YouTube. So, it's a Saturday, it's a rest day. Today, I'm gonna take you through a day of my life. Gonna go through the current cycle and what we're running. Give you a little update about the off season. I kind of just take you through what I do on a rest day. So now, I've already had meal one, done our morning cardio. We had like a mini diet break / tiny mini cut for like 3-4 days because I was away last weekend and I came back and was up about 2 pounds, but you could tell composition had slipped a decent bit. So we just took a few days to bring food down, let that water drop off, let that fat come off, and earn that weight. For me now, I'm roughly 40 pounds up from my lowest weight on stage, during prep. So I can't really afford now to put on any weight too quickly. Like it's quite strange because I'll be on like 3,300 calories a week right now and I'll still gain a pound or 2 per week. So my body's just itching to grow, which is amazing. It sucks to not be able to push food. Like I see people on their stories having like their full day of eating plus a cookie and they're down in weight and they look lean. But it is what it is. I've kept my body super responsive. Little bits of food is just making me grow at the minute and I can't complain about that. So yeah, so full day of eating today. On a rest day is slightly less food. I won't show you all the meals today, but imagine just all of my normal meals minus a few carbs. As I said, I've already had meal one, done fasted cardio, and now we are on the way to the shop to grab a little monster to fuel myself before my client check-ins. So I have the majority of my client check-ins on a Saturday. It's a rest day for me. I can set up my day how I want. It's really nice to do it on a Saturday morning, to be honest, because I'm at the point with coaching right now where I'm just absolutely loving it. Like I have got people that genuinely are changing weekly, people that are at all-time strength. I've just shifted 2 clients over into their our first mini cut together after long bulks. Like one of my clients has been with me we've been working together for like a year now, and the whole time we've been working together, and before that he was pushing up, and finally we've decided it's time to pull back after hitting 100 kilos. So we'll do a quick little 10-week break of dieting, pull hopefully about 12-14 kilo off, like in and out, try and get a decent amount of fat off. He'll be lean as fuck if he's in the 80 kilos, and then we have this huge runway to put that weight back on. So it's something important to remember: whatever weight you can diet off, whatever fat you can get off, you want to put that on 2 to 3 times as slowly as you took it off, right? So let's say you do a mini cut for the summer and you take off 15 kilo. When you go for your next push-up, do not put that 15 kilo back on in the same amount of time you just took it off. That's way too quick. We're trying to build muscle, and fat is just a secondary outcome of that situation, and you will have to put fat on when pushing up, especially as a natural. As a natural, you want to be in your gaining phases for minimum 8 months. Anything shorter than that, you just won't see meaningful progress. So it's really important to take your time when pushing up. Let your body gain half a pound, 1 pound a week, absolute max. And so if you take off 35 pounds in, let's say 35 pounds in 15 weeks is realistic, right? You want to then take 32 weeks to put that weight back on, and that weight will be like, next time you get to that same weight you were before, your body composition will be drastically different, and it has been for all my clients. So if you want to work with me with nutrition plans, training plans, overall online coaching, please hit me up, especially if you're interested in competing. I'd love to take on some competitive clients, or if you just don't know how to even start lifting, or you want to get into bodybuilding, that's an area I really am passionate about as well. So if you're a young guy and you want to get into shape, just send me a message on Instagram, or just put a comment in the comment section and I'll reach out and see how we can work together. So anyway, off to the shop now, grab a monster, let's see what flavors they've got. I don't know what it is at the moment, but I've absolutely fallen in love with the strawberry monster. I feel like an absolute nonce, but it's just up there for me right now. So, the thing everyone's clicked on this video for, what is the current PED cycle? So, I want to preface this by saying I have earned my stripes, I believe, to take performance enhancing drugs. I competed naturally. I went through a ruthless prep where I lost about 55 pounds and didn't go off plan once. I've been seriously bodybuilding, I'd say, for over a year now. It is my main passion, my main hobby, and I have big goals with it which require me to take PEDs. Now, that being said, this isn't guidance to anyone on how to do a first cycle. It's very dependent on all of the context of my situation, but all of that being said, this is what I've been taking. So, straight out of the show, we went on to 180 milligrams of testananthate a week. That was the week after the show. So I competed on the 28th, and on the 1st of October was my first day enhanced. So I split that up into 3 injections of 60 milligrams of Test E a week, which I still do now. The 3 injections a week, I just found that works really well for me. So then we ran that for, I believe, around 9 weeks before we put in our first escalation. So I then pulled some bloods to see how I've been reacting to essentially going on steroids for the first time. It wasn't a full blood panel, but I wanted to basically see how it was affecting my E2, what my testosterone was at, so we could work out where TRT levels would be. And after getting this blood back, we saw progesterone slightly higher than we wanted it to, but testosterone, estrogen were all in a really good range. And so we decided that we were in a good spot to push up the cycle. But with progesterone being where it was, we decided any increase in test alone might put a weird skew on blood readings. So instead of going straight in with an increase in testosterone, we also went in with the addition of Masteron. So we put in 100 milligrams of Masteron a week, and increased test from 180 to 250. I then ran that for about 3 weeks, and then about 2 weeks ago from this day, we bumped it up by 50 Masteron. So my total load right now is 400 milligrams a week, 250 of that being testosterone enanthate, and 150 milligrams of that being Masteron propionate, which is the only thing I can get my hands on. Now, this has been working an absolute treat. Like, the progress recently, as I said, weight is just sticking to me. Composition, although I'm being harsh, is still in a really good place, and I'm 40 pounds up from stage. We'll probably look to run this for an additional 8 weeks from currently where we are, and then I'll pull myself down to TRT levels, which I'll probably be on around 120 milligrams of testosterone enanthate a week, and I will get bloods done straight away at the end of the cycle to see, I'm not trying to hide from the blood work. If anything, if the steroids have done anything negative to affect my health, I want to know. I want to know how I react to the compounds I'm currently using, whether this was a good setup for a cycle. And then we will take a break. It will probably be around 8 weeks, longer if needed, but then we will pull bloods again. It's expensive, and this is why I say don't touch anabolics unless you, first of all, are willing to take the blood work, willing to pay for the blood work, and just be constantly trying to monitor your health. Because let's say now I pull bloods in when I finish my cycle and we're in a good spot, I'm still going to take a minimum of 8 weeks to get healthy. If after those 8 weeks there's then an issue out of nowhere, or my bloods are good, your bloods need to be the green light for you to start a cycle. You can't start a cycle if your bloods aren't in a good place, but they're okay. It's like, you need to go and fix the issues that appear in your blood work. Not only, obviously for your health. If your health isn't in a good spot, you're risking your life. You don't want to be risking your life. But secondly, even if you were someone who didn't give a fuck about their health and they just wanted to grow, if your body isn't in a healthy spot from blood work, you aren't going to react the same to the gear you're running. If you want to maximize progress, your body needs to be healthy, which means it's responsive. All of your bodily systems are working in tandem efficiently. And if it isn't, then you won't get the most out of what you're running. So That's my current gear cycle. This will be the same now, as I said, for this last little remainder, which 8 weeks from now will put us like that early March time, and that's when we'll come off. We'll run that health phase for a bit, and then we will look to go back in and grow again, because for me, 2026 is the year of growth. I need to be like 30 pounds up next time I jump on stage, right? Which is ridiculous. I was at a natural show. I was one of the younger ones in the junior lineup, and I looked like a baby. I don't want to look like a baby on stage, so a lot of muscle has to be put on, but I've got a lot of time to do it. If I am improved enough, I'll compete in 2027, and if not, we'll do 2028. So that's currently where my head is at. Let's move on to some client check-ins. Okay, right. Monster has been acquired, and now we get into our power hour of check-ins. So I kind of just wanted to quickly run over like what I'm actually offering in a check-in. Right, all of my clients I've been working with for a long time now, we've already set up their training plan to, first of all, work for their gym. Like, I think that's super important. Something that not everyone gets is a tailored training plan, but you know, tailored ends up being a coach will send you a template and you say, oh, I don't like lateral raises, and then they'll switch it for something else. No, for me, I get all my clients to send me a full walkthrough of their gym. Like, it might be embarrassing, but you get your phone, and when you walk around the entire gym, I want to see every bit of kit that you could possibly use. And you know, sometimes there's machines in there you didn't even realize is a really good piece. Then we look at your physique. Where do you need to improve? I'm not going to give you a push-pull leg split if you have the worst legs on the planet and you're trying to do bodybuilding. But at the same time, that might be what you need. You might need a bro split. You might need an upper-lower split. It depends on a million things. So per client, the training plan is specified for them. So the first thing we're checking in is, how was your week of training? Training is the most important thing. It's the actual fun of bodybuilding. So I want to know, were your sessions good? What were you struggling on? I want form videos for all your exercises so I can tweak your form. And then we'll have a look at nutrition. Based on your weight for the week, based on our goals, I'll then adjust your nutrition plan to give you more or less food, change food sources. We look at your digestion, bowel movements, all these things come and play together for me to understand that your nutrition plan is currently working for you and you're making the progress that you should be, or it's not. And it can even be stupid stuff like caffeine. Like, you might be absolutely nailing your plan, but you have developed a bit of a caffeine addiction and you're having 4 monsters a day, and oh, no surprise, you're shitting 6 times a day. You're then uptaking 0 of those nutrients, we're pushing loads of food into you, and you're not growing. If you are a 80 kilogram male, do you think it's realistic that you should be eating as much as like Mr. Olympia competitors? No. You don't have to push these calories to a super high place. You need to focus on digestion. And that's something I learned the hard way from probably my first proper push-up with my coach, is we kind of just tried to force food using lots of unclean sources, and then it just snowballs. Like, if your digestion's in the bin, your appetite's in the bin, and then you need to have like squares bars and cereal to help get easy calories in, but then in turn they make your digestion worse, and it's a snowball effect. So solve these problems at the root. It allows you to push up for way longer. When clients tell you that their appetite is going low, instead of dropping food out, see, can we switch the source? Like, are they using basmati rice? And we could switch that out for like jasmine or sushi, or go to ESM rice pudding. Are they volumizing their cream of rice, and that could be brought down? There's so many things, like what's their fiber intake? What vegetables are they having? If you don't look at all of these factors every week, then it's really easy for you to miscommunicate or miss something with your client. An easy point where you could fix and help them out. I think a lot of coaches have the knowledge to improve every client, but I think the actual skill of online coaching and bodybuilding coaching in general is, first of all, communicating well, like often, little check in with your clients, see how they're getting on with the week, make them feel comfortable enough so that they can come to you with any complaint. If your client is scared to bring a comment to you because they feel like they've been made fun of, or they feel like it's stupid, then there's always going to be that missing tether between you two. For example, like if one of my clients is having digestive issues, but they feel like, oh, I need to man up and I need to stay on the plan, so I'm going to eat this. But what if it's actually something I accidentally put in one of their nutrition plans, but I didn't mean to? And they think, well, that's a bit odd. I don't think 300 grams of broccoli sounds right in this meal, but my coach knows what he's doing. Like, you need to have an open line of communication with all your clients so that little problems like that can be solved. Right, enough waffle. I'm going to get into these check-ins now. I'll put the camera behind me. We'll film a little bit. You can get a little sneak peek at what's happening. And then, yeah, let's get these ticked off before the next meal. Okay, so something I like to do as well is I will go and try and make all of the changes before I go into recording myself in the check-in. So I'm going to give an example here. My client Freddie, he is going away on holiday this week, and when he comes back, we're starting his mini cut after he's been pushing from June to January. Now, we put on a really good amount of weight. If I look at his weight chart here now, since I switched him over to this app, which is the 17th of July, he's gained from 148 to 178, which is 30 pounds. Amazing. In, what is that, 7 months time, 6 months time, which is absolutely phenomenal. Really good rate of gain there. And I don't know if you can see, but that is what you want a weight chart to look like. Just slow, increase. Anytime there's a dip, that's met with a reaction, and we're back on it. Or anytime he's jumped up too much, that's met with a reaction too. So we know now that we're getting a few signs of our progression starting to stall. Weight has been hard to put on. Appetite is starting to get into the bin. He's at the point with a physique where he's starting to become he has been for the last month, started to become unhappy with how he looks. And you do, when you get to that peak bulk weight, and training is absolutely flying, everything's good, you need a reset. So we're not going on some long 3-4 month cut that's gonna get him absolutely peeled. We have taken our time, like I said earlier in the video, to put on that 30 pounds. And now we want to get, in 10 weeks time, 10 kilos off. So what's just taken us 30 weeks, he's gone up 30 pounds. So now in about 10 weeks, we want to take off 20 to 25 pounds. Fat is so much easier to take off than muscle. Our goal is going to be to preserve as much muscle as possible, whilst bringing all of the muscle, whilst bringing back his appetite, getting him to feel good about how he looks again, because we're going to be a cut. It's an extra thing of motivation, because when you switch phases, it's just exciting, and it just keeps that bodybuilding journey fresh. So here now, our plan is next week to start the cut. I want to see a quick shift in weight after you've been pushing weight for so long. Any quick switch in your nutrition is going to make you drop off really quickly. So in that first week or two, I'd like to see, 6 to 8 pounds come off in the first 2 weeks. And then I expect the rate of gain or rate of loss to slow down. But overall, in that 10 weeks, I'd like to see a minimum of 20 pounds come off. And then that gives us a huge runway to then push up again. If I take 20 pounds off of him, and then he gains half a pound to a pound a week, that gives us 30 to 40 weeks to put that weight back on. He'll be in better shape than he was before. He'll be stronger, performance will be better, and it's just the way to do it. So bodybuilding is taking 1 step back to take 2 steps forward, and that is what we're going to do. Oh, and just like that, all check-ins are done. It's now 2.5 hours, or 2 hours 45 minutes after my first meal of the day. So we got second meal of the day: sweet potato, beef, bunch of different veggies, rocket, a bit of barbecue sauce on top. I fucking love this meal. It's absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, that's all check-ins done. It really takes it out of you. Like, I only had 4 check-ins today, and I don't know, I just try and put a lot of effort into all of them, give people a really clear direction, a bit of motivation even. It's something I'm really passionate about, so I want to continue to grow that business. So again, if you are interested, just shoot me a DM, even if you know it's not something you can fully commit to right now, or you just want to learn a bit more, just give me a message. Wow, the sun is absolutely shining right now, but it's still very chilly. So right now, just out for some steps. I like to do this walk after my second meal. Down by my house is fucking absolutely lovely. It's only like a 10-minute walk, and then I'm just in this like, I don't know what you'd call it. It's not a national park, but it's like a park, an outdoor space, and it's just a really nice walk, to be fair. Saturday today, and the sun's out, so very busy, loads of people everywhere, but very, very cool. So it's been a busy day, to be fair, at work, and I got up a little later than I usually would today, so I feel like I'm a little bit behind, but just I don't know, feeling very grateful today just to be able to have such a chill Saturday. And I feel like I'm at this weird stage of my life right now where I'm not super busy. You know, just post the Christmas period, uni kind of quietens down. Yeah, I know that at the tail end of 2026, I'm going to be a lot busier. So just trying to appreciate the quiet weekends right now. Yeah, and just enjoy life. So rest of the day now, I haven't got anything planned. It should just be a nice chill one, which I think I need after a busy last couple weeks. So I will just get on with that dissertation work, which I said, get some more food in me, stick to the plan, no cheating. And then tomorrow we're actually checking in with the coach, Mr. Danny Howarth, and we will see whether any changes need to be made to the plan. But no, shit's been very good. It's been a very lovely day so far, and yeah. That being said, I'm going to wrap the video up here. If you've enjoyed the video, comment Yellow Castle. Also, leave anything in the comment section you'd like me to make a video on. Q&A stuff, any questions, what you liked about the video. Just give me some feedback, and if you enjoyed it, please fucking leave a like on the video. It will help me out a lot. We're trying to push this channel to 100 subs in the next couple of weeks with the weekly videos being dropped. And yeah, I just want to keep making these videos better and better. So anything you can do to help me out, I would appreciate it a lot. Anyway, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.